All right, so I'm gonna replace my power converter on my camper. I had never done it before, so I'm gonna make this video so in case I have to do it again, I remember. I had a camper repair guy, I just paid him the 65 bucks for a service visit, and he came and tested it and said, yeah, that's what it is. Showed me what to do, and I ordered one off the internet. And so this is what I ordered. And we're going to slap this guy into place. So I didn't realize that I have my camper set up while I build the house as my work office, so I can work in here during the day, and then when I have breaks I can go over and work on the house. And I have it plugged into shore power. I didn't realize, but half the things weren't working in here, and I had just bought new batteries, so more than half the things. Only the outlets were working and nothing else. And he explained to me that, yeah, with shore power, it runs the power to the outlets, but everything else has to flow through the batteries. So this power converter has to be in line with the batteries and then everything else. And so he suspected it was the power converter. We tested it, and that's it. So once I replace it, then I should be able to get charge back into my batteries, and from there everything else operates. So it's been handy to have the outlets because I could work, but then it started getting cold and I come in the morning and want to click the heater on, and I couldn't. So anyway, here we go. So I just removed the cover panel, 2 screws inside it. This is an old camper, it's like 2005 or something. And then we had taken out these 2 screws and then slid this guy right out. And so I need to replace these wires, and of course they're going to be different colors than what's on here, which always throws me for a loop because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I just like to replicate. So let me figure this out and then I'll pick back up. All right, so we've taken out the green, the white, and the black. And the black, just to make it fun, was joined together with a crimp with this black pigtail, and they both went into here. And obviously I couldn't just undo the crimp, so I had to clip it and then re-expose these wires after I clipped it with the other one and pulled it out. And then they go into that single hole on the back of the breaker. I'm not sure how I'll join them. Then the ground came out of this top screw here, and then the neutral came out of this second screw over right here. So now I need to undo the red and the white, and those are this red and this white. The white on the left, the neutral on the left. Let's go do that. All right, now that I'm getting ready to put the new one on, I see that they twisted these, and it looks like, yeah, they did some type of solder or something on there with my pigtail. So I'll just take this pigtail out, and then I can put this in to the back of the breaker there. So the original, I'm assuming it was the factory version, had a crimp that took the 2 wires in, crimped them, and then it had a metal peg sticking off it that you stuck in the back of the breaker. So this essentially does the same thing, just a little bit cheaper version. Okay, so I got the black wires inserted there in the back of the breaker, and I just took off that twist and put a Wago connector on there because I prefer these. All right, so I ran the ground wire up into here, put it back where it goes. Now I'll run my neutral up into there. All right, so I've got the neutral run here, back into the second screw over. And now I just need the 2 larger wires back over here. Okay, I ran the white, the neutral back up into here, and I ran this up into here where the red wire was. And I didn't go around behind and come out the side. I couldn't do it unless I was going to take all this out, and I didn't want to. So I just ran them up around and down below and around. And now I believe we just, I put the brake, I just popped the breaker back into place, flick those back on, and this just slides in. And then, oh, there's a tray back here, I think. Actually, this has a little lip on it, and I don't think it's gonna catch back in there, dadgummit. As luck would have it, I might have to trim that off somehow. Or just let it sit on top back there. So you can see that lip. It's not designed to catch there. All right, I'm gonna slide this in and put these 2 front screws in. All right, so we put the cover back on with the 2 screws. Tell you the hardest thing was getting those 2 screws back in, hold in place, and it did not fit those rails. So I just had to snap off the little plastic in the back. And the unit pinned down underneath one little lip. Anyway, an old camper isn't going to have the exact model. So I'll go flick power on. First I'm going to check the batteries and make sure the water levels are okay, and then I'll turn it on. Hopefully it's not burned down when I come back in the morning. Okay, power's back on. Everything, all the outlets are working fine. None of the breakers tripped, and the little green power lights on in there. My understanding is the batteries have to charge up completely, and then everything else should start to function properly. Anyway, I'll check it in the morning and then close the video with that. All right, we got power. So the power converter worked. All is well. All my lights and everything is working just great. So perfect. I'm pretty happy about that. 150 bucks. And that was an easy fix to get my office back. My camper back. So that's how to fix a power converter. Back to building the house.